My name is Michael Latifi, and I'm a 25-year-old triathlete. I decided to sign up for an Ironman triathlon at the end of December 2016 and only started officially training in January of 2017. My goal in this sport, now that I'm doing it full time, is to win a gold medal in the Olympics. Now, that's a stretch goal where that will probably take me, at least 5 to 10 years to get to, but I'll never quit, I'll never give up. I'm 25 years old now, and I don't even think I've scratched the surface of my potential. What drives me to get up every single day, day in and day out, even when I'm tired and I couldn't be bothered to train, it's that willing to become the greatest. It's that obsession that, I know that I'm the one in control that controls my destiny of how great I want to become. If I don't work out, I'm not going to become better. If I decide to sleep in, I'm not going to become better. What drives me is that knowing that I'm in control of my destiny, I'm in control of how great I can become. It's up to you. In the sport of Ironman, you're in control of the swimming, the biking, and the running. It's all up to you. So previous to me deciding to become a triathlete, I was living a pretty unhealthy lifestyle. Was in probably the worst shape of my life. I was about 40 to 45 pounds overweight, and I was a pack-a-day smoker at the time. Was not into fitness, was not working out consistently, and was barely working out at all. And signing up for this Ironman triathlon was the change I needed to kind of catapult my life into the right direction. So it started, I guess I can start from university. I was at King's University in London, Ontario, which is affiliated with University of Western Ontario. And I wasn't happy. I was studying business, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. I was in a relationship at the time that wasn't the most healthy for me, and was leading me to make wrong choices and put toxic things in my body that are not so good for me. I was living my most toxic lifestyle you can possibly imagine. I was binge eating and eating out of control. I was a very unhealthy weight. I was not training. I was not making the right friendships. And it just truly led me into a massive depression. And I suffer from anxiety to begin with, so it wasn't a good combination. And I wasn't living my true potential. I wasn't living a dream, or I did not have a passion of what I wanted to do. So when I withdrew from Western, I ended up going to culinary school for 2 years, and that brought me happiness. I loved cooking. I found, doing what you love makes life easier, but it still wasn't what I truly wanted to do. So I was still an unhealthy weight. I was still smoking a pack a day of cigarettes at the time. And it wasn't until I had my enough is enough moment in 2016 where I decided to sign up for an Ironman. Previous to this, I only had run a marathon. In 2014, I signed up for the marathon to combat my anxiety and depression. I thought that, let me accomplish this feat and see what happens. And through accomplishing that feat, I ended up coming 6th place in a marathon that I only trained for 3 months. So in 2014, I found out I had this talent in running. And unfortunately, I ended up injuring myself at the end of that year, and went back to my unhealthy lifestyle of smoking again and, putting toxic things into my body that weren't so good for me. And that brought me again into a depression. And like I said, in 2016 in December, I signed up for this Ironman, and that's where my life changed. And I ended up winning my age group, qualifying me for the World Championships in Kona. So in 9 months of training approximately, I qualified for the World Championships in the sport I just started.
Michael! is Michael Latifi, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. There we are, Michael. Well done, buddy. An Ironman once again.
So what do you want to say to us, Michael?
I'm going to Kona.
You're going to Kona, baby! Woo! We're going to Kona! Amazing, Michael, amazing!
It's not one person that's helped me in my journey. There's multiple people. I'd say my mom and my dad, who I have on my arms for life. They have been two of my biggest supporters and mentors. I actually would not be able to be living my dreams and my passion without my mom and my dad's support. My coaches, my physiotherapist, you know, it's a village that's gonna get me to where I want to become. The amount of people that are part of this process and journey, you know, the people that cook for me, without them, I would not be able to fuel my body with the right nutrition. You know, without going to my physiotherapist, fixing my body, adjusting my body, helping me become the greatest athlete possible, would not be able to do this without them. It's a day in, day out grind, but without the help I have, there's no way I'd be able to do this.
My name is Paulina Allen, and I am a triathlon coach with Michael Latifi.
I would say Michael is rare. Just never seen anybody run the way Michael runs. Because this was when there was this mass potential.
I met Michael through Paulina 2 years ago. We first went away to a training camp at Mount Tremblant, and Michael came along with us. It was a private sort of one-on-one, or Michael was away with us, just the three of us, and that was a great opportunity to meet him for the first time. He was still very raw and new to the sport of triathlon at that point. Really didn't know anything about it. Michael's development has been extraordinary. I mean, we are not even 2 years into this. He first got on a bike, he first started to swim less than 2 years ago, and the progress that he's made has just been unbelievable, off the charts. In a year and a half, he qualified and went to the Ironman World Championships for the first time. I don't know anyone else that's done that. His progression from the very beginning, as I mentioned, April 2017 to now, has been massive and truly extraordinary.
I do not want to do this right now.
Yes, you do.
17,000 feet.
There's been many days I've doubted myself. There's been many races where during the race I've wanted to quit countless times, but I keep asking myself that question, why? Why am I doing this? You know, I try to have those words out of my mind, you know, the words quit, the words stop, the words, you know, give up. These words I try to erase from my memory and from my mind. Don't get me wrong, they do come up from time to time. There are many, many, many times, even during training, I ask myself, why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through this pain? And to be honest with you, I love it. I love the grind, I love the sacrifice. I love hurting myself and seeing the good come out of the results. You know, I love trying to find a way, making the uncomfortable become comfortable.
This whole journey for him is into something unknown, something that's completely different from his life before, where he was into drugs. He was smoking 3 packs of cigarettes a day. He was 60 pounds more than he was, and this is a totally unknown and foreign world to him. He's only 2 years into it, and he's still learning every day. He's learning something new about endurance sports, like, you know, and it's not just one sport, it's 3 sports in triathlon. It's swimming, it's cycling, it's running, and it's the process, the protocol, the procedures involved with all 3 of those sports, and he's learning that every day. We're here to help him, but from time to time he gets frustrated by the unknowns that come up in a race, in training, and that often leads to, you know, friction, but we work through it as a team.
Hi, I'm Caleb Barville. I'm from Kona, Hawaii, and I'm 17 years old. I met Michael on just a normal group Saturday ride. I started up a hill climb racing series where we go up a different hill every weekend, and Michael heard about the ride and joined us for it. And then we did a longer ride after and hit it off. So Michael, he's quite the athlete. I watched some of his YouTube videos, and I'm amazed by the amount of perseverance that he has and just how hard he's going at getting this fitness level. It's really impressive and outstanding. Definitely inspires me to try to have the amount of perseverance that he has.
We have to challenge Michael. Michael challenges us. It's a push-pull relationship. Often, we lay down the program. He wants to do more. He wants to do less. So there's a lot of back and forth with like this. It's not one-dimensional at all. It's all about open and true communication. Is what it's really all about. He runs like a gazelle. The first time I saw him run, it was after his longest bike ride of his life. I think he rode 120 kilometers. It was 60 kilometers longer than he ever run. He jumped off the bike and he ran like a gazelle. And I said, wow, this kid has some real running talent. The same thing with the cycling. Like we put him on the bike, no teaching, no education, and he's spinning away like a pro-level cyclist with souplesse, nice supple, leg turnover, and spin of the legs. Most new cyclists or new triathletes take years to develop that.
If you looked at his numbers and data, I do kind of like the numbers and data. What he has done in 1 year with his functional threshold power, you would say it's just not normal. It's not fathomable because he has increased by 100%. How can you do that? There's no other Michael Latifi out there. There's no other athlete that works like he does or has goals like he does.
He's done things already within this short period of time, just a little bit less than 2 years, that I've seen no other athlete do. Where he goes from here is really an open book.
Really, people don't really know what you're going through unless you express it. So I truly think it's important that you vocalize and express the demons you're battling. And the true way to fix it is to face them head on and conquer those fears. And I'm learning day in, day out that, being comfortable, being uncomfortable is the way to fight your fears. And it is not easy, it is very hard, but the road to success is uncomfortability and stress and sacrifice. And I'm learning that there's no better feeling once you conquer those adversities. I'm back ready to, push and fight and find new limits this year and hopefully inspire people along the way. I hope I can get people out of their comfort zones or, stuck out of their head or, stuck out of their routines that are, comfortable, because I'll tell you, once you find a routine that's comfortable, you stop challenging yourself, you stop stimulating yourself, and that's when life starts to become really dull. And I can tell you right now, I found my way out, and, Kona was a beast in its own, but I'm excited and more motivated than ever to get back and push and find, surpass the limits I, was able to achieve in 2017 and 2018. It's 2019 now, and the season's just starting. And I'll tell you, anybody can do this. I was super overweight. Like I said, I was a pack-a-day smoker before I started this journey, and had zero athletic capabilities. So anything's possible. It's just how hard and how much are you willing to sacrifice, and ask yourself the question, how bad do you want it? Why are you doing this? I knew my whys. I wanted to inspire other people. I wanted to inspire myself, and I wanted to prove to myself that, I'm not worthless and I can accomplish anything I set my mind to. And, through this journey, I've, met some of the most amazing people in my life, and I cannot wait for what the future has in store. My why of why I am doing this is to inspire any human being that anything is possible. We are all limitless. We are all capable of greatness. I'm not unique that I can do this and I'm the only one who can achieve this. Any of you can achieve this. I just decided that this is what I want to do with my life. The feeling of inspiring another human being that they can do anything they set their mind to, that the mind is everything, what you think you become, is the most powerful feeling in the world. I was not an athlete until 24 years old. I just started this sport, and the success I've reached in such a short amount of time, anybody can do it. It's how bad do you want it? I had my enough is enough moment where, I just had enough of living my unhealthy lifestyle and letting all the loved ones that care about me down. I knew I was capable of much more in my life. And it wasn't until I truly started believing in myself where I started to see the greatness unfold.